Hello farmers and welcome back to the hills of Tuscany over here at the second potato field. And as you can see, the potatoes are gone. They're in the potato chip factory and we are putting some lime down. Currently the TA is over in the vegetable field, kind of right over there. You can see in the distance that field. That's all finished and harvested. That field has been plowed. So once we get the one stage of fertilization into that, that is all set for planting next year. The other potato field, that one is all set for planting next year as well. Actually, you know what? Let me just jump in here and we'll go over the fields, and because I don't remember exactly what I did in the last episode and what I did in between episodes. So let's just kind of go over what we got the situation here. So as I said, this vegetable field, it's been harvested, it's been plowed. You can see I got the fertilizing, needs plowing and lime turned on. So once we get the one stage of fertilization into this is all set for next year. This vegetable field right here has been plowed, and I think we did lime it as well, I do believe. Just needs a stage of fertilization. This vegetable field up here, that is all set for next season. We got the one stage of fertilization into that. The oilseed field, we know that's done with lime and fertilized. The potato field here, that's ready for planting next season. I have not been back up here yet with the solid manure. I got to put that into the field and cover up these little spots here. Then I'll be all set for planting here in a couple of months. The cotton field, well, we're waiting for harvest in the two cotton fields. And, of course, we got the soybean field. And soon to be our grass field. I think someone did mention maybe about buying these two fields here and merging those. But there are, I mean, that's got sugar beet in it as well. So I might as well go ahead and buy this field here. It's already set to go. It's in pretty good condition. I won't have to merge the fields together or anything like that. So I think that's a good field. Plus, it's a straight shot on down to our haymaker, if you will. So that is currently where we stand or sit in the Lamborghini as we put lime down this field. And we're going to have ourselves a worker here in a little while plowing up this field. So basically, all the fields that we have harvested so far, they're almost been completely turned around and ready to go for next season, rocking and rolling. But today, as we get workers still doing the jobs that they need to do, I need to get over to the vineyard and I need to spray the second fertilization stage on the grapes because we're going to be harvesting them this episode. We're going to be going over to the month of September, but not before we get the grass field. The grass field needs to be cut and we're going to make hay out of that completely so that our cows and sheep can be fed. I think there was a comment, I may have misread it or misunderstood it, but I think I addressed this before. And someone said we should be selling the bulls out of the cow barn. We will once the cow barn gets near full. Yes, they don't produce milk. And they are making us go through more TMR than we currently are. But the one thing they are helping out with is the slurry and solid manure. Once we get up near like 70, 75 cattle, I can start selling the bulls off to make room for the ladies to come on in. Because the more ladies, well, the more milk we get, and of course, the more reproduction we will get, and more sold calves from them. But I think currently we're like in the 50s, like low 50s on the cow barn, out of a barn that holds 80. So we got a ways to go. But like I said, once we get close, then we'll start selling the bulls off, and then the cow barn will be a little bit more productive. But for now, I think everything's looking good there. So, in kind of thinking the way the series is going here, my plan is, between this episode and the next episode, I'm hoping by the end of the next episode, we're through the harvest season and maybe get to the month of December. Yeah, just breezing on through here, through the years now at this point. It's just a matter of getting the loan paid back off is all we're really doing. I keep saying I don't need to buy any more fields, but the productions of the production buildings and the animals themselves are dictating that we buy more. But luckily that field, the grass field that we need to purchase, which is now currently a sugar beet field, yeah, that should be it, I believe, after that. I don't think we'll need any more. And kind of a good thing that we need to buy the grass field in some sense, because we are getting a field of sugar beet out of it, and it's in perfect condition for us. And that just means all that sugar beet off that field is going to go to the sugar production to make sugar from plain sugar beet. We're not going to cut that sugar beet up because we got plenty off our other field of sugar beet to last us for another year until next season's harvest. So that just means more candy. And as we saw not long ago, the candy does bring in the money as well. Yep, going to get this field done with the lime that we have here. And it's not going to take long for the Challenger to rip through here and plow up this field. I may not fertilize the field this month over here, because we need a T8 to cut that grass. And I need to put that grass, as I said, into making hay, because yep, between the cows and the sheep, we are starting to go through the feed quite a bit. Well, not the sheep so much, it's the cows. The more cows we get, the TMR production just can't keep up with what the cows' demand is. So we got to start feeding them hay. And if it rains true going through, as we have another series, feeding them hay, their productivity should stay at 100%. So we're not going to lose, we're not going to have any drop off in the milk production, manure, and slurry. As long as I keep them full of water, straw, and TMR, or food, productivity should stay at 100%. And our potato chips should be rocking and rolling now. Got tons of potatoes in there. And that's been pretty consistent. Since we don't do crop rotation and precision farming on this map, the yields on the fields pretty much stay consistent. So we should have enough potato chips to get us through until June next year. Alright, so this field is done and all finished up being limed. I think the cotton field right there got limed last year. So as for the soybean field, I don't know when that was last limed. Let me go ahead and turn the engine off there. And the cotton field up on the hill, I can't remember when that was limed either. But we'll find out when harvest time comes. Make sure this is completely unfolded before I get into course play. Alright, watch you go in this general direction here. Alright, let's get ourselves another worker on the go. We'll see how this... Are they still moving here? Yep, they're still moving there. Perfect. Create job. And then I need you to go... Why? I had this problem in yesterday's episode of Western Australia as to where this starts flickering around, and I'm not sure why. It didn't do it when I set up this worker over here. Alright, got that all situated. I got to figure out what's going on when I go in to set up course play, or when I start doing construction work, all of a sudden that... It's like my mouse is just jumping around, and I can't control it too well. Not sure why. But anyways, this field will get plowed. How are we doing over here? There it goes again, doing the same thing. Not too sure. This field, well, they are about done. So let's go over here. And, well, we're wasting a little bit of slurry. But not. I can't change the working width of the slurry sprayer. But this field is all set for some veggies next season. You're done. Stop spreading. Thank you. Let me just double check on it. Is it pretty good? Yeah, little spots in the corner, but I'm not going to... I'm at that point, I'm not worrying too much about it. Let's go ahead and bring this tanker on over to the potato field, and maybe next month when we're harvesting the grapes, we can bring the T8 back down, and we can put a double application on this field over here. So all the vegetables, of course, they're into... the preserved food factory. I did have to take some parsnips and put them into the soup production because we just got completely full in the preserved food production. Let's scroll on down. Where are we? That's the soup. So there's the preserved food. Yeah, carrots and parsnips are completely full. Red beet almost full. And we got plenty in here to make a whole bunch more. I almost said snoop again. I keep doing that. So, yeah, we're all set. Potatoes, yeah, we almost filled up the potato production. And right now, we got more sunflower oil than canola oil. Am I still making canola oil? Yeah, a good amount of it. So it's going to kind of be even Steven on the oil. So maybe we will go ahead and do sunflowers for us next year in that field, just to keep mixing it up a little bit. All right, let's jump over to here at the vineyard, and we got to jump into... Well, I thought I was jumping into that harvest, so let's go ahead and move this over here. So this should be all set and repaired, right? Yeah, it's all set and good to go. I should have enough in here to spray the vines. Usually it's about 600 liters to do all the vines that we had, but now that we're just doing this one set, 400 liters is more than enough. So it should be just a quick couple ups and downs, and we'll be all set. Then quickly convert this over to a harvester, and probably 10 minutes from now, we'll be back right here in this exact vineyard, harvesting the grapes. I may have a worker do it. All depends on how much work I got to do in September. Maybe we should be moving some of the milk and cheese and butter around. I could do that while this is going on here, because I might need a little bit of cash. All depends on if it's a windy day or not. It's kind of weird that we gotta depend on the wind to help us make a profit throughout the month. If we don't sell anything, if it's a decent day, an average day, then we pretty much break even. If it's windy enough, we make a profit, and if it's calm, well, we lose a little bit. So I may overlap some of the vines here when I spray, but so I'm not really counting how many sets of vines I got to go over, but should be somewhere like right about here. Just a few more ups and downs, and we should be done. Check the map here in just a second, but I think I got the majority of the rows. If I missed a row, and once again, I'm not going to be too much bothered by it, but I think we got them all. Yeah, I keep forgetting when the sugar beet is harvested. I can't remember now if it's September or October. I was thinking it was October just a second ago, but now I'm starting to think it might be September. So we'll have a look at that. Well, at least I need to have a look at it, because I can't remember when. All right, let's see how this looks. Let's turn off. Wait, did I not plow this field? I thought I plowed this field. Or did I? Because it is showing, all right, it is showing streaks of blue, but it looks like a lot of red there. Alright, so I did plow it, because if you come in the vines, it doesn't say needs plowing. So we're all set. That map looks like a lot of red. Let's go back into that there, and let's turn off needs plowing. Yeah, it always looks like this sometimes. I mean, it shows I got the vines there, but then I missed it here. Never quite sure what that's all about, but looks like we got the majority of it. Sugar beet. Sugar beet, sugar beet, sugar beet. Okay, so it is October. Same time as cotton. So, okay, I was doubling back on myself. I was like, okay, when I started the episode, I'm like, okay, sugar beets in October. I really don't have much to do in September, other than the grapes. We're all set. And then as I'm spraying, I'm like, wait a minute, isn't sugar... I think because sugar beet starts with an S, my brain started thinking September starts with an S. So it should be ready. I have no idea. Alright, I don't think I can dump out the liquid fertilizer. No, we tried that a few times. I don't get why some of these containers will let me unload, and sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But either way, customize. Make sure it's on a harvester, which it is. I'll just go ahead and customize. Should be for free because we have purchased it from the get-go. Probably could have just left it right there, because as I mentioned, in about 5-10 minutes or so, we'll be right back here I think, harvesting ourselves or a worker. I'm not quite sure yet. Let's see. We should be almost done plowing up the potato field, right? I mean, it shouldn't take that long to get that job done. Yeah, they got a little bit more. There's the T8. Let's go ahead and drop off the sprayer. I mean, I suppose the Lamborghini might be able to haul that around there. Be questionable. But right now we need the T8. We need to go cut that grass. It's just a matter of when I sell some items, which I want to do next month, to be able to buy the sugar beet field up on the hill that we're going to convert over to a grass field. Now, someone did mention maybe I should buy, see if there's a grass field already ready to go currently, and that way we can get some grass right now. But we don't really need any right now. I think we can wait until the spring. I think we're more than fine on that. Every time I look recently, it seems like my tractors are low on fuel. But I do got my fuel usage on high, as I always do. It just seems like lately, every time I get into a vehicle, it's just like, oh, I'm almost out of fuel. So someone also did mention that maybe I may be rushing a little bit too much to get to the end of the series. But the one thing I have noticed for sure is the amount of views for this series has gone down quite a bit recently. And I understand it a little bit because some people like to see us progress and expand, buy new stuff. And currently we're just in, as the shampoo bottle would say, rinse, lather, repeat. Because all I'm trying to do at this point is pay off the loan and get to that point to where we own everything. So yeah, the views are starting to go down a little bit. That's why I'm kind of doing more work off cam to progress. And also, I don't want to have you watch me be in the root crop harvester episode after episode after episode, and then in the Challenger plowing every field that we have to. So I'm just trying to get a lot of repeat work done. But at the same time, not getting work done that I only do once, like cutting grass field. Although we do cut this grass field 3 times a year. But I've been not showing this as much recently as well. So yeah, all 2 full loads and about 20% of the 3rd load, everything, is going into the haymaker. And it does not take long at all for that haymaker to take grass and make it into hay. Even though we're bringing down almost 100,000 liters, that haymaker will have that all turned in about 5 real-time minutes. I don't think it even takes that long. In this field here, I'm going to keep spreading with artificial fertilizer until I use all the fertilizer in our spreader, which currently I don't really use that spreader anymore. It's a nice spreader, of course, 42 meter working width. Maybe for smaller fields I could start doing that for lime, but I'm not really running out of lime on the Bredel spreader when I do a field. So once I get done, let's see, the potato field, I think that's the last field, no, sorry, the sugar beet fields. Current fields we are done with plowing, but the sugar beet fields, I have to say that plural now because we will have 2, but it'll be back down to 1 next season. Those fields will need to be plowed, of course. I'll probably do the grass field, sugar beet field first. Just because we already got cut sugar beet in the sugar factory, so I'll harvest that field first when October comes. And that way we're producing more sugar. Sugar. Actually, in both series, I'm producing a lot of sugar. Well, actually, Western Australia, I'm producing more sugar than I can handle. And here, I would love more sugar. But I don't want to put down another factory, and I don't want to use the factory upgrade mod, which is a great mod, but I've had conflicting issues with the mod a couple of times when we did Hinterland. And I also had the problem... Was it Solyndra? I think it's a mod conflict with the production revamp mod. Yeah, I would love to upgrade this sugar production here, or, you know, maybe put down another factory, but don't really want another factory to be toting all the sugar beet to. I'd rather just shove it all into one and just have it produce twice as much. But you know what? We're going pretty good here. Let me just get right on down through here. Oh, the one thing I kind of forgot to check, on the animals, I didn't check on the animals when I logged in today. Are we all set to go into next month? 9,000 liters, daily food, 7,400. Okay, I just have to feed them in the morning. And the cows... oh, I brought them up hay. I was like, 75. Why is that in the red? We brought them up hay. But the milk, I want to do something with the milk today. But I think I can bring the tanker on over to the dairy production and empty out somewhat the tanker, then come back and get some more out of here. If this gets full, for some reason, their production goes down to 0. And we can't let that happen. And they need some straw as well. All right, so we got to do straw and milk on the cows. But as for food, oh, water. I always forget water because I always see the green 26,000. I probably should give them some water just in case. I don't know what would happen if I were to disable the water silo mod. I don't know if the water would stay there in the cow barn, or would that water disappear? But then I would reactivate it after I logged in, so I could put it back down for the sheep. It only costs $5 grand for the silo, so it's not like it costs a whole bunch. Or I could just use the easy developer mod and give me the money on back. I tried selling the one inside the cow barn, but every time I try clicking on it to sell it, of course it's inside another placeable. Yeah, I keep selecting the cow barn. And as I tried using the move placeable mod, but I have the same issue. Every time I try to click on the water silo, since it's inside the cow barn, it keeps selecting the cow barn and not the water silo. I'm putting this into the wrong bay. This needs to go... It really doesn't matter which bay it goes into. They're both open, but I should be putting it back into the bay where I know it should be. Well, and this mower on the back, since it's got a steering axle, it turns so quick. I'm just going to jump down into the Challenger so I can get rid of the notification that my worker is done down there. Although I'm pretty sure I'll have to tidy up some of the corners. I think I got enough silage additive. I still have a run out of silage additive from the first pallet that we bought. I don't know how much is over here, but this is where the pallet is. I wonder if it'll get me through the end of the series. Yes, let's jump on down to the Challenger. Actually, the Challenger did a pretty good job. Didn't really miss hardly any corners. Got a couple of spots here and there, but overall did a fantastic job. Alright, let's put down that. Turn this on. Alright, let's get this grass picked up, and then we will take care of the moo cows with the milk situation, and also with the straw situation. Need straw for solid manure. So almost another 100,000 liters of grass put into the haymaker. We just got to go ahead and turn it on. And like I said, it'll be done in a matter of just a few minutes. I think while we're down here, I'm going to fill this up with some TMR. Production is still going. Just can't make it as fast, as I said, as we need it to. Although it held up pretty good for the first 7 years here. But it'll take a little while for this to fill up. If it will fill up at all. I don't know how much is in here. Alright, so while that's filling up, we're going to jump into our lovely truck. And drop that off. Because we just need the tanker. Which is already up at the farm. And that tanker is full of milk. Oh, wait, that's right, haymaker. Got to turn the haymaker on. I mean, if I forgot the haymaker, it's not that big of a deal. It's going to make it really, really quick. Nope, that's the silage. Where's the... Oh, there's the hay. Go ahead and activate it. So 99,547. And you can see every few seconds, 99... Yeah, it's going down pretty darn quick. Alright, let's bring the milk over to the dairy production. And then, if I still got milk in the tanker, I'll have to sell it. Which is not that big of a deal. October is probably a peak time for milk. So the price should be rather decent. I just don't think the cows can go through the night on 20,000 liters of water. I mean, they used to, but of course we got more cows. So, more consumption. And I don't think I brought down the wool yet this month either. But I think we're just about out of cotton in the spinnery anyways. So I may move the pallets just to make sure that we don't get too full of wool. Alright, let's spin around here. We can get out around the cow barn. Done it a few times. It's rather snug, but we can get around here. Hope no cars are coming around the corners. Trying to keep my momentum going. It is interesting because I did landscape around this field twice, and the farmer has recreated their field. Oh, milk goes there. I keep thinking it's over here by the production. And I do hope it takes it all. I'd rather it to go into there. So clothing, actually we got just a tiny bit of cotton. So getting the wool down there is not going to matter too much because this will, as we know, keeps up with things rather well. I can bring it down next month, and cotton's not harvest not until October. So we'll get through that pretty darn quick. TMR, I will get myself a full trailer. So that's actually looking pretty good there. The oat flour, we're just about through that, which means all the flour has gone to Rosa, and she should be making the dry pasta. Here, yeah, I think we'll take all the milk, and I should probably empty this out while we're here. Don't want to back into the truck like it is today, because then the pallets go flying. But we'll be selling this very soon. This is not going well. And I think that's going to do it after I move these. And it did take all the milk. Perfect. Now we just need to turn, go back to the farm, give the cows some water. And I'm just going to, I guess, cheat the water into the tank. I'm not going to sit there and let it fill. The water is free anyways. And the well, it takes a while for this to fill up. So we'll just go ahead, save ourselves a little bit of time and cheat the water into the tanker. Oh, we got a calf escaping. So that's how they're getting out. Alright, need this bay door open anyways, because I'm going to come in there with some straw in just a second. But we are almost done with our work for the month of August. Yeah, just going to go ahead and cheat water in. Whoop, here it was, water. If I were to pick a mod when FS25 comes out, that'd be the first mod that gets released, it would be the Easy Developer mod. Just for creating series and content. It makes life a whole lot easier. I did put water in this, right? Did I go past the trigger? Oh, there it is. Yes, you can use what we call the dev commands, which means coming in here and typing it in. But knowing every code or everything, and actually it's been so long since I used the developer command mod, because I used the Easy Developer mod, I probably won't remember what half the codes were. Alright, fill it back up with water again. Just make sure it's good and full. Oh, I am going to need this door open. Alright, so water empty. Alright, let's go ahead and get the milk. Alright, I got to open up the covers. Is that close enough? That's close enough. It's accepting it. Wait. Oh, there you are. It's like, where? I thought my telehandler was in that bay right there. But nope. Next one over. I think we do 9 bales all the time. Let's see, that trigger is here somewhere. There we go. Just want 9 of them. So that we should have 26 left. I just got to drive around the truck itself. That might be full by now. I'm going to have to bring in just about all 9 before we actually see the straw start showing up on the ground itself. You are full, so we'll just go ahead and close that up. And probably selling that first thing in the morning of September. Now, it might be enough money to get ourselves that sugar beet field. Yeah, I think we're all set for August now. Everything is going good. I don't think I really need to check on the production buildings. They should be all set. I don't think anything's going to be full or getting near full. I don't want to drive too far, and I don't want to grab all 6 bales here. Although now that I'm loading up the bales with a pallet fork, that reminds me I need to get back into Forklift Simulator, which that first look episode went out a couple days ago. And who knows, maybe I will go ahead and put a second episode out. Well, it would be out by now anyways. I'm recording this on the same day that Forklift Simulator went out, but I recorded that episode like a couple days ago. Need to make a second episode on that. Seems like it went over pretty well. Okay. Cows should be good to go for a little while. And let me just stay here and make sure all the bales keep being accepted. Yep, took all 9 bales in. It looks like it's pretty close to being full. There we go. You can go there. All right, we'll just double check on them, but you know, we know they're pretty darn set to go for a while. Yeah, I don't need to bring up the TMR yet, but you can see they're down to 65,000 liters per month, and right now we are going to have to feed them every month for darn sure. So we got room for milk to go in here, which is good. Water's looking good. Straw's looking good. I did not check on the small sheep. I'm pretty sure I fed them. I did not. Well, crap. Because now the forage wagon's full of TMR. All right. We can work on this. All is not lost because we have our backup safety feature, which is our silo down here. And this silo, I think, will take just about anything. So we'll dump the TMR into there. And we'll grab a little bit of hay. Yes, it will take it. Okay. I mean, it's kind of a good thing and a bad thing that I put the new sheep pen inside the other one. Because it looks more... correct. It looks more like it the way it should because all the sheep are in the same pasture, but I keep forgetting that there's 2 pastures there, not just one. Alright, I don't need a whole lot of hay. And if I overfill, not that big of a deal. I can just... Because that TMR now is in the silo, so it's fine. I can take it back out of there whenever I want. Just don't want to forget that there is TMR in there. Because the only thing we really store in there is the sugar beet. Anything else we put in there is just a oopsie I made, or I filled up the forage wagon with too much of something. Now we're just waiting for those sheep that I put in there. I do wish I bought the adult sheep, but yeah, that was me thinking for some reason the newborn sheep would produce wool, but they don't, apparently. Of course, it'd be really surprising if we get full-grown adults in there and we still don't get wool. Let's see, do I need to remove... I probably should move some stuff out here. That we just can't have this be full. And that one can stay there. You want to close doors? Doors? Okay, why won't these... There we go. You gotta get the right spot, apparently. Oh, careful when you get near an autoloader. Sometimes it'll lag me out quite a bit. Alright, now I think we're all set. A doe. A deer. A female deer. Yeah, let's go ahead and go to bed. So we got 27,000 in. Whoa. I just jumped on the roof. How did I do that? Boy, this farmer's athletic. 27,006 is what we got. Yeah, we're going through. Just trying to do it quickly in my brain. Like, you know what? If I forgot anything on the fields, they should be all set. The important thing is the grapes are ready, and that's what's ready for harvest in September. I hear rain. Don't be raining first thing in the morning. Thank you. And look at that. We actually made $1,000 since we went to bed. Lovely. All right. What do I need to be doing first thing here? Well, I do have a lot of work to do, so I think we will get ourselves a worker to harvest those grapes. So let's get over here and start a worker doing that. You know what? This needs to be moved over here because I'm going to keep jumping into that. And I may as well just hitch it right on up to the pruner. And it should be this one over here. There we go. I think there's enough fuel in here to get the grapes done. You know what? It's right. Whoop, yeah. Bang right into the fuel cell tank. That's what you want to be doing. There we go. I mean, I already paid for that fuel. Might as well start. No sense of waiting for it to run out of fuel. Let's put some fuel into it. Alright, let's just go ahead and get ourselves a course set up. Hopefully I don't have a problem with the mouse flickering around. Alright, good. It didn't do anything. On the vine, yes, generate course. And it looks like we're starting over here. All right, we should be seeing some grapes going here in just a second. Takes a moment for them to be processed through. There's the leaves. Where's the grapes? All right, we got some grapes. Good. We're all set. Off you go. Perfect. All right, so with that being said, let's go over to... Got to find myself. Let's grab the 130, and we're going to quickly fertilize the grass field. Got one more cut this year, and that will be hay again. This really just takes like a pass and a half, and we're all set. So we're probably going to be actually selling the butter, cheese, and any milk that we got today. I want to say that field is about 70,000, or maybe a little bit less. And the reason why I want to buy it today is because sugar beet gets harvested, as we just saw, in October. I don't want to sleep through the night and then wake up in October and the farmer has already harvested the sugar beet field, because that would kind of suck. The field is all set to go. Kind of hope that in FS25 that they have dynamic field prices like we're using on Western Australia. But also it's got to be dependent on if there's crop in the field, if the crop is not in the field, if the field's been taken care of. Even if it has a crop in it, if it's not fertilized, it'd be cheaper than if it had a crop in it and it was fully fertilized. I hope the prices are a little bit more dynamic in that sense. As you can see, we got plenty of artificial fertilizer in here, I think, to the end of the series to just fertilize this field. I've already paid for the fertilizer, so might as well try to use it on up. Alright, so the grass field is done. All right, well, let's double check on the animals. We will take care of them, of course, this month, as we know they're going to need to be taken care of, but we don't have to rush right to them. So these sheep in this small pasture that we put in, a couple more months and they should be adults. The grass is, or the hay is getting kind of low there. And the cows, yeah, they went through that food pretty darn quick. TMR is all out and the hay is there. All right, so that is where we stand on that. But what I'm going to do is I will drop off, if there's any more hay in this, there is. We'll just back up to this one, drop off the forage wagon, and we're going to get the T8 working on spreading some slurry down in the second potato field while we are selling the milk and getting the money that we need to buy that sugar beet field. Actually, I probably should go on down to the fuel depot and grab myself some diesel. So I also need to get some fertilizer in this field here, but I think we got plenty of slurry, cow slurry, to not only get the potato field done, but to get this field done this month as well. And the way it's going, then I got all winter for the cows to produce more slurry and manure to finish up like the cotton fields and the soybean field and the sugar beet field. Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned, I did move this light that was down here. Someone made a good comment of, because where I put the light, you can kind of see the light was originally here. And they said, why didn't you just put it in line with the fuel pumps? So all I did was use the mod that allows me to move placeables, and I just slid it on over. I hope that is the thing in FS25 to where we can move things if need be. Maybe a little bit of a construction fee cost to move it. But now if we sell things at night, which I'm sure we will from Rosa. Oh, the one thing I'd probably need to do with Rosa is... I wonder if we're getting kind of full on some productions here, so I haven't been keeping track. I think last season did almost fill on up. Oat flour, we are done with that. Sugar, clothing, yes, we'll get to that in a little while. Hay, of course, we are done with that. Deactivate. How full were we? Oh, we weren't too full. All right, so I did make a little bit of room and still got plenty of flour to go through. So we should get about, because we get 110% more than the flour we put in. So maybe 17,500 more liters. So let me just go ahead and slide this over to make sure we get some room for it. I'm not in the road, am I? Yep, let's go ahead and not do that. But I do need to fill that up with some water sometime soon. No rush. She's not going through that much water, but she probably will need it once it gets time to doing soy noodles. Needs to be unloaded. Well, the grape harvester is doing its thing. Now, Lambo needs a good wash. I mean, the Lambo is kind of like a silver color anyways. But after spreading lime for the past couple months. Alright, so the worker is going to be grabbing the slurry directly out of the cow barn. So... Oh, wait a minute. I did not activate double application. That's what we need to do first. Alright, and then scoot on down here, create. Okay, you did fine on the grapevines. Why is this? I gotta figure out what's causing that problem. Alright, and then 2 passes, no overlap. So it's going to be a slow working speed because it's doing a double application. but it'll get the job done while we're doing other things. Let me jump into you. We got to get you off the field. All right, let me grab these bigger sections over here. Because I forgot in the base game, is it 15 or 30% if the field is not plowed when it requires it, loss in yield? Can't remember if it's 15 or 30. 30 seems like a lot. But if it's 30, then we definitely need to take care of it on the bigger patches. And there we have it. And we'll just park this out of the way. Let that fold up. Alright. Now let's go take care of our worker here. Make sure I lift up the harvester or else it gets caught on the sticks of the vines. And just a reminder, we're making raisins only. Although I do have still some white grape juice I still haven't sold. The raisins will be sold next month, I think, is the prime time. I do like how they made this production building over here look like all the rest of the buildings. Just too bad that the money you make from doing all the grape work just doesn't seem to work out rather well. Now, I don't think it has anything to do because I'm on hard economy or anything like that. I think if you were on normal or easy, it still seems like a lot of work for what you get in return. Especially if you can't drive on the vines. Trying to see where we left off, and I can see it right there. So, all right, we need to jump over all the way over to here. All right, so the milk. Where am I selling the milk to? The bakery. I have no idea where the bakery is. But we should get $30,000 for the milk. That's pretty good. Where's the base? Is it going to flash on here? Bakery is just down over here. Have I ever been to the bakery? I mean, I've driven past it, but I don't know if I've ever sold anything to the bakery before. So yeah, might as well sell the milk because the dairy production, as we know, we just filled it up. Almost. But this is not going to get us to be able to buy the sugar beet field, I don't think. This won't be enough money. Surprised I haven't hit that fence yet today, but now that I mentioned it, I probably will next time I go through there. Oh, now that I'm actually going down through here on the way back, I can put water in this tanker and give Rosa some more water. Probably should do that while it's on my mind. I had another mishap with this intersection. Oh, there's the bakery right there. When I was harvesting the parsnips and I was going back, if you saw my YouTube short of Road Rage in Farming Simulator, same instance happened, and I went flying in the root crop harvester. I actually ended up just past the cow barn on the other side of the road. So I went flying quite a ways. Is that where I got to go to sell? Am I going to be able to get in there with this? Just turning on the interactive zone markers, and that's where I got to go. Is there... Okay. Oh no, here comes a car. Don't do anything. Don't turn down this road. Good, you're going that way. Still, I gotta turn a hard right and then a quick hard left. But there's plenty of room for me right now. Perfect. Yeah, I have not been here before. There we go. It's like, if I got it back in here, that's gonna really suck. Oh wait, are you? Oh, it's full. All right, so now I can't sell milk there anymore. Well, that was fun. Let's go, I guess, to this page. Nope, that's not what I want to see. So the bakery 748, chocolate production 743, dairy we own. So 0KM shop, which is right here as well. So I guess that's where I'm going. Did the bakery only take 2,000 liters of milk? Oh no, there's that white car. Gotta remember, this hedge, the bushes stick out farther than what you think they do. The collision, that is. Yep, we're scraping the tanker alongside the wall. And that's not going to work, is it? All right, let's give ourselves a little bit of assistance there. If I came in from the other direction, I sometimes getting there without hitting anything. All right, should not have any restrictions selling here. While that is selling, we need to see how much that field is up here, which is... I didn't think that field needed lime. I thought... Ooh, did I not have that turned on? Wait, did I... that field has been harvested? Oh, it wasn't sugar beet. It was triticale. It's the same color as sugar beet. Well, maybe it's a shade different. All right. Well, you know what? That's well, that's fine. All this rushing around, so I really don't have to worry about it right now, I guess. Yeah. Oh yeah, I still need to see how much the field is, though. Because we're still going to buy that field because it's very convenient. Let's go to here and... Oh, I have enough money to buy that field. Alright. Now we're almost broke again. Well, the good thing is I didn't have to borrow money to actually be able to buy the field. But now the downside was I thought I was getting some sugar beet. But now we're not. So, I mean, the added bonus of getting that, well, it's a little bit of a punch in the stomach. Overall, it's good. Oh, yeah, I want to give water to Rosa. Well, I guess I don't have to rush to sell Also the butter and the cheese today because the milk was enough for us. Alright, we just need to put some water in here. Nope, engine's got to stay on to unload. 3 years of Farming Simulator 22, and you still do that. Yeah, I still do. Let's jump over to here. Where are we here? Getting lost on my own map at this point. Alright, you're doing fine. Raise it on up. And I'm going to go unload this. Well, I suppose I could put the grass field in right now, and I could get a cut off that grass field. It won't be at a full growth stage, but still, it's still going to be grass, right? So we'll plant that this month. Looks like it needs lime, though, so we'll have to take care of that right away. I just realized I've been recording a lot longer than I thought I had been, so this video may be quite long. Maybe I'll do a couple of time lapses instead on a couple of things. Right, let's get you back into the road that you need to be in. Oh, and probably good if I actually turned on that production as well. Where are you? Should be right in this row right here. Now I'm just looking for the grapes, which are right here. And back to work. Back to work you go. Alright, let me go ahead and turn this on because I pretty much forgot about it. Where are we here? Raisins. Activate. Alright, so we're making some raisins. Well, a little bit more work here to do in September now because we're going to plant that grass field, so we got to put some lime into it. And, yeah, we'll get one stage of fertilization when we plant, and we'll have to come over like with a 130 and put a second stage in there. Yeah, no sugar beet, but that's okay. More important thing is that we'll have more grass / hay for our cows and sheep. But anyways, if you made this far in the video and you like what you saw, don't forget to hit that like button. Helps out the channel and the video more than you know. Also lets me know that you enjoyed seeing the content that you saw here today. And while you're down there, you might want to hit that subscribe button as well if you haven't done so yet. But anyways, that is where we are going to wrap it up for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in the hills of Tuscany. But until then, have a good one.